Not anybody trying to come in.
Flag is gone, right?
Yep. Hey, everybody.
Hey, is this episode 100?
Episode 100.
Woo, we made it. We made it to 100. I can't believe it's been 100 episodes.
100 episodes.
Feels like we just started doing this yesterday.
Been 2 years.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome.
2 years in March, I think.
Wow.
We started
I
doing
didn't
it.
realize that. Hey, big cheers. Salute.
Salute.
100 episodes. I didn't
On
believe
the-
we got there.
On this great mead here.
God, it's so good. I can't stop drinking it.
No,
I got to be careful, though, because this is like something I can drink a lot of really quick. And
yes. But it tastes great. I just can't.
it's so good. He said he had 5 gallons left. So reach out to him and get more. He's going to make more. I think start a whole new business for him. You just cannot believe how good it is.
I wonder how good it would taste with a bourbon.
I don't know. It sounds good all around.
Yeah, I mean, this is
Let's
probably
do
the
it.
best mead I've ever had.
It's so good.
I've had a few meads.
I
I
gotta
just
drink
couldn't.
it slow so I don't drink it all.
See, I'm already. We both same thing. I got like this much left.
You gave me a lot. I drive.
So do I.
I got an hour. You got 10 minutes.
That's true. So everybody knows what's going on. You know, the big balloon flying overhead.
So
Yeah.
ridiculous.
So ridiculous that we didn't.
How did it make it here? That's what I want to know. It's like Pearl Harbor could happen all over again.
Well, I mean, they launched it from China. It went over Japan. How come Japan didn't shoot it down? Or were they told not to shoot it down? Right? Maybe let it come over. We piggyback on their system to break into their system. Who knows?
How do you let a balloon get into our airspace?
Yeah.
It's a spy balloon. How does that happen still?
Oh, no. They say it is civilian weather balloon.
Yeah, right.
That's what they say it is, which we all know it's not true. Either they don't want to shoot it down because we paid for it somehow.
Even every UFO in history has been a weather balloon. No matter what it is, every identified aircraft's a weather balloon.
If that's a UFO up there, it's flying pretty damn slow.
Right. But
You know,
how's it make it in? Okay, if it's a citizen with a weather balloon, how do they have a spy satellite hooked up to their weather balloon? They can go fly over a base.
yeah, it's 3 buses long.
Right.
Or big, or whatever
Right,
you
it's
want to call
huge.
it.
Right.
It's huge.
So
It is
like,
huge.
we let it just fly over the bases. Anybody can let it go fly over the bases.
Yeah, I mean,
Can they do the one in Nevada where the secret airline flies into? Because I really want to know what's there.
well, the governor said in Montana, if he had the authority, he would have it shot down. There's plenty of open space that it could fall. Why did it shoot before it got into our airspace when it came from Alaska? Right? It came to Alaska, comes down. It follows it's the same thing that the Japanese did during World War II, dropping off the air balloons, which only killed one person in the woods.
Derbliss says they won't shoot down because Biden owns it. That would be awesome if someone got it, knocked it down. They saw in there said something like "Vote for Joe." That would be hilarious.
That would.
If I was a Chinese, that's what I would do. I'd write "Vote for Joe" on there, and then send the spy balloon over. Like, oh, that's not ours. That's Joe.
Vote for
Biden's.
Joe and Kamala,
Yeah.
Kamala,
Kamala.
Camelback. I don't know.
Your next president. There she is.
God help us all. Got to hear that laugh.
She'll be there. I have a feeling she'll be there.
No. She is horrible. She can't even take care of the border. She's the border czar. She never went to the border. Well, supposedly, right? She kind of was close to it.
She's kind of near. Oh, let's kick this off because you guys, Dorbliss, you asked for the name of the new coffee and all the runners up. So the runners up in no particular order. They were all good. We appreciate all the submissions you guys did. That was awesome.
Yes.
Keith's French photo was R2BA, right? 2 bear arms. That was kind of cool. The R, the 2, the BA. It's a cool idea. There's Nate 88012. So you're on Instagram. So Nate, that's what I know you as. He did Liberty or Death. That was cool. Facebook was Dan Timer. I don't know. I don't want to get it wrong. Tuymer. His was Stand Your Ground, which I thought was a really good name. But unfortunately, Dan, we have a coffee called Stand To already. So we were concerned that it would be somewhat confusing. People be ordering Stand Your Ground. They wanted Stand To. We're ordering Stand To and they wanted Stand Your Ground. And then the winner, I told you came in the shop, Mark S. Cold Dead Hands. If you remember from Charlton Heston, Stand Up had the rifle, was talking about the Second Amendment back in what was that 90s, 80s, 90s. You know, you can have my
Early
rifle,
90s,
when
probably.
you pull it from my cold, dead hands. I can't say it the way he says. I wish I had his voice and I could
Yeah.
imitate him, but so we thought that was good. It certainly sends the message, tells what it's about. I think everybody kind of gets that reference. So we're working on stickers already, labels already. So I've got to figure out the coffee blend, and we'll launch that as quick as we can.
Oh, I figured out the coffee blend. So it's going to be a really good coffee blend. Trust me, you guys will really love it. When you order it, when it's ready, we'll put it up on the website and Facebook, Instagram, all that blah 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 stuff. We'll have it on there. The cost will be $20.
Yeah, then we're donating five
Of it's going to
help the legal fight.
the legal
We got to
fight.
figure out who's making the most ground, who's doing the most.
Well, I know the GOA, right?
Mhm.
The Aurora Gun Club,
The Illinois State Rifle Association. The NRA actually finally got into it.
right?
I don't know why they didn't kind of jump in the get go, but
Right. And also even those that are for the short barrels, right? The pistol braces,
Yeah.
which, for 10 years were deemed legal to have, and now they're not, right? You have 120 days.
Yeah, but the goddamn ATF can't pass laws.
I know, that's what I don't understand. I mean, there's already 4 lawsuits against them. Hopefully, because since it is a popular gun, by the definition of the Supreme Court, saying if it's a popular gun, it is not deemed as a weapon of war or whatever it's supposed to be, right? Just like your your pistol rifles and pistol caliber rifles. If you ever shot them, they're just for fun, right? Yes, everybody wants to keep it legal. I think they're a great gun. They're great for home defense. Just simple fact is you got a nice round to defend your home with.
It makes lots of noise.
It makes they're loud.
AR pistol's the loudest gun I've ever heard. So it's good, scary. Dorbis says, that's awesome. He said, nice job to everybody, awesome names, but can only have 10 cups, not 30. Because of the new laws, right?
Right, the new laws.
So
Yep.
10 max.
You only have 10 cups a day. That's it, of gun barrel coffee. That's it.
We got to make the bags only allow 10 cups, not 30, because we want large caliber bags.
Yeah.
Or large capacity bags, I mean.
Yeah, that's good.
We should put that on our next thing. You might not be able to have large capacity mags, but you can still have large capacity bags.
Ashley, hello. From
Who's
the
that?
VFW. One of the is it friends of the she's friends of the
Is she a daughter of or friends of?
daughter of? I don't know. You know what? I don't remember right now. I'm not like Larry who can just drink and remember stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what now.
This stuff.
You might not be able to have large capacity mags, but you can still have large capacity bags of gun barrel coffee.
Gun barrel coffee. I like that.
60 pounds per bag.
Cold Dead Hands, that should be coming out in the next, hopefully, week and a half.
I think you guys are going to like the label.
Yeah, you'll love the label.
I don't want to give away too much, but when you guys see it, you're going to love it.
Yes.
All right, we have an awesome guy who works with this design. We had the idea, but he does a great job from Devil Dog Arms of taking our visions that we have and turning them into reality. Like, that's a skill I've never had. She's a granddaughter veteran. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've always hated, like, I can have a picture in my head, but I can never turn it into a real thing. And Bob over there, like, you just tell him what you're thinking, and he turns it into a much better version of what I even had in my head. He's really good at that. It's such a skill and a talent, especially when it's somebody else telling you what they want, and he always hits the mark every time.
Yeah, and he also works for Devil Dog Arms with Barry.
Barry
over there,
our production for us.
But they're called Stokes.
Stokes Graphics. Stokes Graphics.
Yes.
There's 9 companies where they do everything. Devil Dog Arms does everything. That graphics. I don't know what else.
IT
they do.
work.
They wrap. They do
wrap.
vinyl wrapping.
Also snow plows too. FN plow. Just give them a shout out there too.
It's an FN.
FN.
You like the FN gun?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But it stands for something else.
They make the plows out of the
FN.
fucking nice plow.
Yes.
I don't know. That would be an awesome name.
I think that's what it is. If I remember correctly, I think that's what Barry told me.
Call Mr. Plow. I'll plow your wife.
Just like
clean.
That'd be great for Barry. Name a plow, just like Chicago did.
Ooh, Plowy McPlowface.
Plow. Plow.
I can't believe when they had
I don't know.
Bodie McBoatface for that research boat. I had the most votes, and they didn't name it that. Everybody
Hey,
loved it.
Bobby. What's up, Bobby Curtis from Patriotic Frog?
Hey, big shout out to
Patriotic
Charlie
Frog,
Mike's
and
and Balls Deep Beef Jerky. Mike gave us me and Sally's gifted us these awesome ammo cans.
done by Patriotic
Done
Frog.
by Patriotic Frog, laser engraved. Well, can you see our logo on there? Pretty awesome. It's laser engraved. There's name stuff on the top. It's actually laser engraved. I thought at first it was like a sticker. It's raised. It's awesome. And then Mike included. That was a really cool gift. That's so nice of him.
Which we will say we both have our Floyd cards, just in case.
So 12 gauge M19 brass. I have not seen shells like this before.
No,
These are pretty cool. I feel like it doesn't even work. It'd be too soft, but check out the whole cartridge is brass. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the whole cartridge is brass. I've never seen that before. It's really cool looking.
yeah,
These are 2 3/4 double odd buck.
$1 Buckland.
It's pretty
When
awesome.
you absolutely have to defend your home, that's what you want to use. Right? Go through.
I'd love to shoot a robber with one of these. There's only 9 pellets. That's what's awesome. Is there's only 9 pellets in the whole thing, so you know the pellets are goddamn monster when they come out of there.
Yeah.
That'll put a big hole. That's really cool though. The laser engraving is awesome. The 7.62 can.
Well, because Bobby can do, he does cups.
Yeah, if you
Ammo-
want laser engraved,
yeah,
he did our mug. I don't have one of the mugs here, but like, oh, dude, nobody can get our logo right because it's so difficult and never comes center. But that looks amazing.
Yes.
We've had people try to paint it, draw it. They can never. It's have a really hard time with it. God damn, that looks awesome.
You know what? If high capacity magazines were around, we could have got some high capacity magazines and laser engraved our logo on them.
Yeah, that was really cool. I really came out
Which-
awesome.
Which he can do metal, glass, I think.
Bobby, post your website for everybody just in case.
Posted on Instagram and on Facebook here.
Yeah.
ID.
So Charlie Mike's Armory, if you go online, charliemikesarmory.com, I think it's what it is. Our friend Mike, he deals in ammo, has great prices, and especially like any like rare weird ammo
Yeah,
he can get. So just reach out to him. He does brilliant at that. He does shows all over the country with that. He's awesome. He's down in New Orleans this week.
he's down in New Orleans this week.
Yeah.
He travels.
Yeah, you know what, Dorbus? I don't know. I don't know if it'll fuck up the ejector or what. They look cool as hell. They'll be beautiful decorations. That's what I'm going to use them for.
No, they would work because that's the way they were back
They're
in the
so
old days.
soft though. When did they ever make a full?
It's just like a
Full brush
regular center point or
I've never
22
seen that
cal,
before.
22 BDs, 22 caliber. It's all brass.
I guess, yeah.
Right?
I just think a shotgun.
It's
so
reusable.
big, but so big. It seems like it'd be soft. I mean, I guess it's awesome, easy for reloads. They look beautiful though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use them for decoration rather than anything else. I think they'll look cool.
What you do is you hang them on like a necklace. You walk around with it, like a necklace.
That'd be cool. Totally in this state of Illinois.
You perfectly legal.
The fuck
You can only have
It's,
6.
it doesn't matter if it's perfectly legal.
You can
The
only
SWAT
have 6 on you.
This Karen will be calling the SWAT team immediately. Be calling the SWAT team to be like, "Oh my god, is someone walking around with this shell? It's on a chain, ma'am. I was gonna shoot the whole
Have them
place."
hanging with earrings.
Yes, Patriotic Frog. We post your website.
They don't have a website. They're on
Oh.
Etsy.
Post your Etsy link or post your Instagram link, so people can reach out to you. I don't think you have a website yet, Bobby. What the hell is wrong with you?
He's doing really good with his
I know he is, but he needs to be
Etsy. I mean,
busier.
him and Regular do pretty good on the Etsy site. We're on Etsy too, just to let you know. Check us out.
Flavor Flav. But you need to make it easier.
Yeah, and hopefully we have another company working with us to get our website and our SEOs and all that stuff.
Yeah, guys, watch the website over the next couple weeks. You're gonna see all new pictures.
Yeah.
Found this cool company. I'll give them a plug. The name is always weird, but it's Artcision. They worked with another organization, Support Over Stigma, one of our big charities we supported this year. Go check them out. You need web design, pictures, search, Google Ads. They've done a great job for us so far. I'm excited about seeing what the results are. I can't wait to see the pictures.
Driving some more traffic towards us.
Yeah, just getting found out there. Some of our search stuff we saw where we were missing stuff. Ricardo came in today, super awesome. Kind of sat down with us, showed us where we were missing, what we were missing from our website, why we weren't getting as much traffic as we could or should.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what happens next. I think it's going to be a good push.
Seriously, I just really want to take this bottle, take my mouth on the cork and pull it out and drink more of it. I mean,
It's so good.
it is that good.
It's good cold. I think it'd be good even warm. God, it's good.
It is like a perfect drink for like a summertime drink. If it was
Good.
just
If you
cold,
but get a wine glass,
actually,
you put some ice cubes in there and you dump it in the ice cubes.
actually, it's a good drink for any time.
Be good for a boat ride. It's a good boat ride.
Oh,
drink.
good boat ride. Yes.
Yeah, they came out awesome, Bob. You did a great job. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So if you want, reach out. Patriotic Frog. Oh, thank you, Blurb. It says our charity work is by far the best in all of Batavia. So I don't know if you guys know what one of the cool things that we get to do our very favorite days of the whole year. So we collect $1 from everything we sell, whether it's a t-shirt, a bag, coffee, a K-cup, a mug, whatever we sell, we take $1 and we put it aside to donate. So at the end of the year, after we collect all the donations, all the cash, right? We donate all year long. We donate coffee bags for raffles and stuff all year long to a whole bunch of organizations. But at the end of the year, Sal and I sit down and go through, take a look at all the organizations we work with, see who needs the most help. And then we take the cash we've collected and we divide it up amongst those 4 charities. So this year we were like $17,000 in total donations we gave away. Turned out about 7,000 of that was all through bags we donated. We'd really donate a lot of bags.
We donate a lot of bags.
So $10,000 cash is what we gave away. I can't believe you guys. It's not us. It's all you guys out there who support us. Amazing. Just getting that amount of cash is unbelievable. The amount of donations is unbelievable. You guys are awesome because of your support. So I said these are the most fun days. I get choked up when I talk about this. But so today, we picked 4 organizations. We're giving each of them $2,500. So today we had Zoe and her crew from Support Over Stigma come down. We gave them a $25 check. Support Over Stigma helps returning veterans, helps them integrate back in society, works with the families. So that they send packages overseas. They send care packages overseas. Shipping has gone up. You guys know it's crazy. So they really need that money to continue to do that. I mean, how cool just Zoe takes so much. Zoe and everybody in that organization takes so much of their personal time to go and do this. They're always looking for other ways to go. They're looking for other organizations. If you have an organization, have an event, something where it can help generate some awareness of them, please reach out to Zoe. Reach out to Support Over Stigma. They're looking for stuff to do. They need help. Anything more we could bring to them would be amazing.
Right.
All year long, we have jugs in the shop. We collect for the Kane County Sheriff's canines. If you guys don't know, the state or the county doesn't really pay for the dogs. Their feeding, their training, their care, and any of that. So it's basically comes out of donations. So we collect all year long in the shop here for it. And they're one of the organizations we gave $2,500 to.
Correct. And they were here today.
And what are the 2 other organizations?
K9 for Veterans. And the other one is the Lamont Fire Department. It's where they help a child. I believe they help a child in their community or children in the community. Stuff. I don't remember.
Awesome. So if you guys don't know, K9 for Veterans, we've been working with them for like 2 or 3 years. Core Spice is one of our partners in here. It does the amazing spices. It makes every food better. They donate a huge portion of a couple they sell just to K9 for Veterans. This is an awesome organization. So if you're a veteran, you need a support dog. I can't even believe they do this. So they get K9 for Veterans, get the dogs, train them. They hand them off to veterans at no cost. For the rest of the life of the dog, they pay for the dog's food and medical care for the rest of his life. I can't believe that. So it's like giving somebody $40,000 or $50,000 that they just generate through donations and give it to them. So they're one of the organizations we work with. I think it's so amazing to give us
the lifespan of the dog.
Right, just to give a support animal, the amount of training it takes to make a support animal, to find a good dog. My dog just broke her leg 2 months ago, snapped her knee, and thank God we whipped her out. We were like $5,000 for that to repair that. Thank God we found the vet up in Fox Lake that did it for $1,800. So it's $2,000 in our adopted $300 dog. So the dog's leg is worth more than the whole dog apparently. But that kind of stuff is crazy. Just between vet visits, rabies treatment, all that expense is crazy just to train one. I think to buy a train animal it's usually $30,000-$40,000 to give them that point. But they give away just give away dogs to those veterans. It's amazing. I'm blown away by what they do. I'm sure the Vermont Fire Department does great things. They're a good client of ours. We like to support first responders, so we ask them what they do. This is their charity we picked up with them, so they'll be coming in. So those are our 4 big ones this year. It's pretty awesome.
Bobby, you know what? I gave you a link. Hit the link, come on live, and show the shop around so people see what you do in your shop. If you're still on the air, if you're still watching us.
Yep. Now we're fighting against second. You're right. Now we're still fighting against Second Amendment infringement. That's got to help. We're still doing our donations, but yeah, of course you got to. We started the business with the mission of supporting veterans and first responders. That's what it was. Even when we weren't making money for 2.5 years, right. Sal and I both dumped all of our personal money into the company. We were still donating from day one. That's why we were in business. And the rule for us is as soon as we stop donating, we'll shut the business down and go home. So if we lose money, we'll still donate. And Sal and I reach into our own pockets, give away our labor and give away our money to make it happen. If we don't do that, then there's no point. And that's not us. That's you guys. That's you guys donating. So right. You guys are awesome. We take no credit for that. That's all you guys.
Right. Because $1 of everything we sell that you guys buy from us goes to helping veterans, first responders, different charities. We got just donated some to the Special Olympics. They're doing.
It's awesome. My kids both participate in Special Olympics. Mm-hmm. One does volleyball. One does ice skating. Another and the softball. So one does softball, volleyball. My youngest one does ice skating, and now she's doing track. So without Special Olympics, my kids wouldn't have those programs. And there's nothing more. My one daughter, their team won. They got to go to volleyball championship. They did the state championship. They were right there after the national championship. They lost the second game by a point. Can't believe how much joy and happiness that brings to her life. My daughter loved doing the ice skating show. My daughter 2 years ago, figure skating wasn't a thing. Now she figure skates. It's unbelievable. She's excited about the show. Yeah. It's amazing what Special Olympics does for kids. Like it's so rewarding for my kids, and it gives them an opportunity to go out there and compete and play in sports. Whereas maybe in regular school sports, they wouldn't have the opportunity to really do that.
And the things that we donate to, I said, we got.
Mention it. There's Mary Patterson said we've always supported Chris Patterson. Absolutely. Yes. Thank you, Mary, for what you do. I'm happy to support the Chris Patterson Foundation.
Yes. And we do that every year. And countless other organizations that we support. I mean, schools, churches.
We just donated for the band competition, right?
Was it Aurora, West Aurora? West Aurora. We donated so they can do a fundraiser. And then there's, throughout the whole year, we're always happy to donate. I mean, I had a lady who called me up from Canelan, something else for a band thing too, or the sports boosters. I can't remember which one it was. I said, just come in about a week before your event happens so you get the freshest coffee.
I'd love the people reach out. Always happy to support. It's so cool. Milsim Airsoft, we donated for them. They just did an event.
Yep.
Last month. I guess it's last month. Last month already. So that was awesome. If you reach out and you care and you learn about who we are and you come and tell us about who you are and what you're doing, happy to donate.
Right.
I just understand never saying no to try not to say no to anybody. Just I get probably 100 emails a month at this point.
Right.
And some of them are just very impersonal. It's a mass email they're sending out. If you don't know us, if it says dear sir or madam, I will ignore it. If you want to take the time to write us a letter, tell us who you are, what you're doing, what you're trying to accomplish, we will donate to you. But we get so many requests that we sort through. So it's never ignoring anybody, but we're a small company still. So
Yeah.
we try to do as much as we can for everybody. Just understand it's never, we're saying, if we don't get back to you, it's not we're saying no to you. We're just tapped this month sometimes. But I don't think there's anybody we've ever really said no to.
No, but I think we found some that are kind of bogus. Because we
I
try
hate
to
that.
vet it too, especially from emails. But those that come in, and they show us that
Is this ours?
501.
Is this the one for the?
That's ours. That's our own
Is the other
stock.
small bottle empty?
Yes,
God damn, we went through this quick.
I know. You're not going to open it up without a corkscrew.
All right, that's good. I won't do that. I won't.
I know. I was thinking about.
It's so good, man.
I should invest in a
It's
corkscrew.
so good. You don't have one on your knife?
No, I don't. I had to borrow it from Paula next door. I opened it up.
Oh, it's nice, Dorbus. Yeah, well, this is your hometown, Dorbus. Sal and I both Canada Medicine. I don't know. Awesome. Thanks for joining us. I don't know if there's anything you guys want to let us know. You got the comments. The comments are open to you.
Yeah.
Love to hear your thoughts. Anything you guys want us to know. If you guys got your own organizations that you want to tell us more about,
Yeah,
tell us about it. Open it up.
Or bring it on here too.
Yeah, forum's open.
I mean,
there's a link you can jump on, and
You can jump on. You can.
we'll happy
come
to talk
here.
to you and bring you on.
Yeah.
Said we're always happy to partner with like-minded organizations.
Right.
If you look at our website, you come to our shop, you'll see we have a bunch of other veteran-owned companies we work with here all the time because they're all mission-minded, same as we are, to give to charity and go make great things happen. If you're not, I guess the funny thing is in business, like if you don't have some social responsibility, if you're not also creating something great out there, what's the point? Just money grabbing. What's the point? What's the reward or what's the win?
Right. And there's some people that do the stuff. We've been to plenty of shows. It's just a side hustle.
Yeah.
There's
Whatever
nothing
it
wrong
is,
with
man.
that.
I love I'm always overwhelmed
Small business.
when I hear about the organization we work with, and this is just their volunteer work.
Right.
They get nothing from it except the volunteer, the satisfaction helping, and they're spending weekend after weekend, all year long, all during the week, nights, just to give themselves their time, their energy, their money, to go help these organizations succeed and go generate funds for stuff. It's amazing that so many people are willing to do that.
Yeah, like you see, sometimes we'll have Bobby on the show, co-hosting. Brian's gone, or Larry. You had Sergeant Jackson a couple weeks ago with me here on here.
There you go. Mary posted a link for Chris Patterson Foundation.
There you go.
So looks like you're having an event, Mary, Red Tie Gala. Go check that out. Go follow her link. It's posted that's on Facebook. Go check it out. See what that's about. Go help that organization. I said, whatever you got, post it, throw it out. If you got a business you're watching, post a link to your business.
Yeah,
We'll
and
push business your way, whatever we can do.
Yeah, and so the community has been a great support, around the Tri-Cities, I will say.
It's pretty awesome. Sal and I both grew up in the area here. We both grew up in Geneva. It's pretty cool to come back and open up a business basically in your hometown. We're one town over, which Geneva, St. Charles, Batavia are right next to each other. You can't tell where one stops and one starts. So it's like the Tri-Cities is what they call it. So we grew up here and spent time in all this town. Nothing's cooler than opening up a business in your own hometown and seeing the support of your community. People around here are awesome about supporting small business.
Classmates.
Batavia's been huge. Batavia is phenomenal. Even our landlord BI, who actually paid for consulting for us through a process they have, supported us rent, gave us great spaces, have done everything to help promote us. They just did an awesome post about our business last week. So constantly, the chamber here does great things for small business. It's really cool.
Main Street.
Even our businesses we work with, Bash and Craft Urban over in Geneva, restaurants there who serve our coffee, awesome about doing stuff.
Geneva Ace Hardware.
Even our other stores are a little bit further away. Gat Guns, Fox Valley Shooting Range, Second Amendment, Range 355. All these places do a great job. They're not just our retailers; they also support us. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and also Woodman's in North Aurora and
Carpentersville.
we're hoping that one day we'll be in all of their stores. Been working on that, especially in not Streamwood,
Barrington.
Bar-
They're Bloomington.
Bloomington, yes, Bloomington,
Or Bloomingdale.
Bloomingdale, yeah,
Bloomingdale.
the Stratford Mall.
Yeah. That's it. But you guys have done an awesome job supporting
Yes,
us at
you have.
Woodman's. Certainly appreciate that. Nothing's cooler. I walked into Woodman's in Carpentersville last night. So I'll mention them in a sec. I walked in there last night. I just stocked them up like a week ago. And I went in. I'm like, I was looking for our K-Cups. I'm like, did they move our K-Cups? It's because the shelf was almost completely empty. Our bags, there was 2 rows that were completely empty. Everything I had up above and I had a stock in there was completely empty. So I'm taking another 100 items over there Monday morning. So thank you guys for that. Thank you guys. I know we've been restocking North Aurora like crazy. So thank you guys for all the support there. I see Cops Incorporated and Sycamore is watching.
If I remember correctly, they're a gun store in Sycamore.
Really?
Yes.
You should be carrying our coffee. They have a great wholesale program.
Yeah, especially out in that direction. We get a lot of, especially when we do the steam engine show, we get a lot of people out from that area.
If that's what you are and you want to sell a coffee, send me an email at brian@gunbarrelcoffee.com. And I'll send you back what our retail and wholesale program is.
Yeah. And, getting back to what the Second Amendment. Hey, thank you. Yes. Reach out to us. We appreciate that. Cops Incorporated in Sycamore. And check them out, too, if you're out in that direction. I know a lot of people that do go to that place, your store.
I forgot our other new guy that's doing Austin's killing it for us.
I can't remember.
I get so many in my head that
I know.
I talk to so many people during the week that I get to a point where I start forgetting people and I get their names confused. I hate doing that to people, anybody. So, don't forget Pasic Farms up in Elgin.
Farm, yes,
awesome.
Elgin.
Kendall Meat Company out in Yorkville. Just put another huge order.
Yep, we just restocked them.
Let's see, Article 2, Second Amendment, the Range 55, the Gathering, GAT guns. Oh, Downrange. That's it. Sorry, Downrange. Rochelle, Illinois. Awesome. One of our newest vendors. Super cool guy. He's a cop. Is he in Rochelle?
He's in Rochelle. I think he's retiring.
And he's gonna move. He's gonna move. Or make another location out somewhere here. Awesome job. Second Amendment. We talked about Ace Hardware, Woodman's, Kendall, Pasic, Fox Valley Shooting Range. Again, GAT. Oh, don't forget next month. Yeah, next month already. At GAT is going to be the manufacturer shoot. I don't know how it's going to go with the assault weapons ban in place. Hopefully, we can get the TRO on that and go have an awesome show. If you guys haven't been to that, it's like the best weekend ever at GAT. So all the manufacturers come. They bring all their newest, latest weapons. You buy a ticket for like $2. You walk up to the table with the manufacturer table, like, oh, I want to shoot that gun. Doesn't matter what it is. Yeah, shoot that gun. Cool. They get somebody to take you over the range. You get like 10 rounds for a ticket. Get to go in and try out all these amazing guns that if you went for a day and try to rent every gun, like $10 an hour, it cost you $1,000. So you go and you get to shoot all the coolest, latest weapons and try them all out.
And plus, they also, I think they always have one fully auto.
Yes,
it's like $50 for a ticket.
Yeah,
you get
last year
full
was
magazine.
Or last year before was an FN. I think it was badass.
Yeah,
and then and they have great deals on guns. Dude, I bought my Ruger AR for $375.
That was like 5 years ago. Just to let you know.
It was 3 years ago.
No,
yeah.
It wasn't 3. It was like 5.
It was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, right before the pandemic. It was a show before the pandemic. It was cheap. It was awesome. But they had all great guns. Every year we've done that show, I bought a gun because of good sales. I end up going there, find a gun I like. We even shot like this. We shot awesome. That H&K with the
416
with a tritium scope on,
it was a H&K 416
tritium scope on it, dude. At 100, what was it, 125 feet? It was like a dime size, 5 rounds. Like the scope was amazing. The rifle, that gun never moved off target. There was 0 recoil. I think it was amazing.
And don't forget our friends at Apocalypse Hardware in Batavia. Check them out.
And don't forget, you can always go to Mammoth Nation.
If
you're Republican, you like to support conservatives. Online, it's basically an Amazon for conservatives. Survival Shack is one of our clients who sells online. Awesome.
What was that other one?
Article 2 I talked about, right? Article 2.
That other
Second Amendment, and I said that, right?
Yeah, but the other one online, it's oh crap.
The Gathering. I forget the Gathering. Everybody knows us from the Gathering. Anybody's down south. Thunder Alley up in Lincoln, Nebraska has been awesome. North
Mhm.
Carolina is their humanitarian. I've heard of them in a while. Brothers Arms in Missouri. I talked to them. Who else? Online?
Yeah, it was the newest one we did. It's like conservative.
Oh, yeah, I haven't set up that story yet though. Public.
Public, yes. We're on public. We're not paying for it, but we're on public. So if that makes sense.
We gotta set that up yet.
Yeah.
That we're on there. Cool. Dorbers, come on and talk to us. Usually Saturdays are the best because we're both here. I'm usually not here during the week, but you can certainly come in and talk to Sal. Tell whatever you want to do, what you want to make happen. Happy to figure out how we can help support you and what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cops, you will also give a big push on our social media, push you out on our website, do a big post to help drive it. Come out and do a sampling day to get people excited, to get it moving forward and drive some sales.
Yeah, and you're close enough where we can just drive it to you. I mean, you can do it for Yorkville. Sycamore is no different. Yeah, you're close enough. And
Okay.
weather permitting. I don't know.
Whatever, we can figure it out.
We can figure it out.
We're in town. You can always come meet us at the King County Flea Market every week, every month.
or you know what? Next weekend is the Kane County Gun Show, so it's going to be very interesting to see how that goes.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, it's on Super Bowl Sunday. Kind of sucks, but I mean, what kind of guns are they going to be able to bring now? I mean, nothing. Really.
That's right. This is the first one we've done.
Yeah,
since
it's going to be the first one we've done since.
So no high capacity magazines.
Right.
Jesus. That's what sucks is there's a lot of people who make a living off the gun shows and that supports their whole income. So you're taking away a big source of their income, which is
especially
shitty.
with stores too. I mean, gun stores. You know, it's gonna kill the mom and pops. But luckily, I'm actually on the lawsuit with Tom DeVore on the third one. I signed up for it. I got accepted. So I want to see how that goes. Right. I said, why not? Just try it.
If you could be one of the exempted people, it's awesome.
Yes, and I can't remember how many FFLs that are on the list too, but more and more popping up. I mean, if they're on the list and you're on the list, does that mean you can buy something, right? Because just last
if you're
week,
on the TRO, yes,
right? Just the other week, the gun store in Rockford got busted for selling guns after they said they couldn't, if I remember correctly.
Who busted them?
State.
Because I thought even the state police were saying they weren't going to.
Nope. The state police has to take their orders from the governor because they are.
I know they are a part of it. I thought even them, they were saying that.
Right. The state judge is declaring that the law is unconstitutional.
Is that for the whole? Is that for the whole state then? Attorney Calkins was talking about it on Bishop on Air YouTube channel. Cool.
Yeah, I've been watching the Bishop and a couple other ones. It's something. Yeah, he wants to make it where it becomes unconstitutional for the whole state. I don't know if that's only can be done by can a regular court do that, or can there has to be appellate?
Has to be at the state level to make rules across the whole state. And sheriffs can also correct the ISP for violation, deprivation of citizens' rights. Can also correct the Illinois State Police for violation of citizens' rights. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, almost every sheriff in Illinois, except for like 4 has said that they're not going to enforce it.
Right. And just like what DuPage did to their sheriff, I mean, they
hung him.
But he still did say he's still not going to enforce. But as you notice now, he's not really talking about it like he did before, right? He was going on talk shows talking about it because he was being defiant, and then they kind of slapped him with something, and now he's not talking to anybody. Dirty politicians.
It says 90 countries, but I'm guessing that's 90 counties.
90 counties out of 102 counties in Illinois.
I wonder where the 12 are at.
Yeah. Let's see. One of them is Champaign County.
Well, Champaign is one.
Right.
But I love that the county right next to it will fine their officers if they enforce that law. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
I want
it's Cook County.
Oh yeah, Cook, DuPage,
No, well,
Kendall, which I couldn't believe. I was so surprised that Kendall was one of them.
Kendall.
I thought there's no way Kendall is Yorkville. That sheriff was said he would enforce it.
Is that Kendall County?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
I never thought Kendall. I thought
Kendall Meat Market.
I was surprised that Kendall said yes to that.
Yeah, it's
You know,
I think isn't it DeKalb too?
no, I don't. Well, maybe.
I think
more DeKalb. Maybe, I don't know.
I want to say I think it's DeKalb County too. Said yes to it, yes to enforcing it or something.
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
And we're happy that Kane County said the sheriff, Ron, said no to it.
Yeah, it's nothing but a door-to-door Gestapo law. No shit.
Yeah,
absolutely is. It's crazy.
Okay, DeKalb is not. Okay,
well, so
my correction.
What I like is
online correction.
Again, what's the mentality behind it? Again, it's laws don't stop criminals from doing bad things. All it does is stop law-abiding citizens from. Dumb.
It's a way to control people, really. I mean, if the people don't have guns, just like they did in history, right? The Chinese, the Russians, the Germans, because we live in a constitutional republic. We are not a democracy. We're a constitutional republic.
I'm so sick of hearing from the other side the militia argument. The militia at the time did not mean army. What it meant was the people were the militia at the time. We didn't have an organized army when it started. We had no weapons. It was the issue. Why they put the Second Amendment in place was because when we wanted to fight back against the British, we were dumbfounded that we didn't have weapons.
Right.
Dumbfounded. They were like, how did we let this happen? This can never happen again.
And Mary, you're right. It's a feel-good law.
Yeah.
It does nothing to stop crime.
We did something. Well, great. Make murder legal. Oh, it already is, but there's still mass murders. Hasn't done it. Here, you want a great example? California, in the last 3 weeks, has had, I hate the term mass shooting, too, because it's ridiculous. 4 shootings. So they have some of the strictest laws. Didn't stop it. Didn't help it. Have it in Chicago. We've had it forever. Doesn't stop it. Doesn't stop criminals from doing what they're going to do.
And the last ones were cartel hit styles, right?
What you're doing is you're taking away my ability to protect myself against those who will have assault weapons, who can go become mass shooters. So you're stopping mine and everybody else's ability to protect yourself against them. So people with the biggest guns will be the criminals and our military. Then all citizens will be defenseless.
Right.
So let the criminals have as big a guns they want, as many capacity magazines they want. The rest of us will sit here like become soft targets.
Right, because as Warsaw saying, a democracy and countries that were free become dictatorships.
Every time.
That's what's a democracy.
The first step with every dictatorship is you disarm the people. It's been if you look through history, it's the first step always. Always. Then you take away their freedom of speech. First you disarm them, then you take away their freedom of speech, then you take away their access to media, and that's how you get a dictatorship.
Then they control the media and put their narrative
right.
on
It's the same every time. And because people are so dumb and soft and ignorant now, that could never happen here. That's embedded in people's brains. That could never happen here. It's happening.
Well, didn't the one senator or congresswoman saying, "Okay, Democrats, denounce socialism"?
Yeah.
Not one said anything. Come on.
It was the dumbest thing ever. It was the dumbest. It was a publicity stunt.
It was, but wouldn't you want to hear them say, "Yes, I do not support socialism"?
Right. It wasn't a real action to be like, yeah, we're never going to let socialism. Then put something in place that says socialism can't happen, or we can't get to that, I got an idea. How about the rights of the people should never be infringed? Let's start there. We supposedly had that in place already, but we're giving it away inch at a time for our protection, right, for the children, for whatever bullshit reason you come up with to take away. But that's how it happens. You take away an inch at a time, and then while everybody's not paying attention, all of a sudden you look up and it's 4 feet beyond where it was.
Right. You give them an inch, they'll take the mile.
And you say, how did this happen? You gave it away in the name of protection, the name of private. You gave away your privacy in the name of protection. And you go to the airport. You gave all that away to be safe against terrorists. So the excuse was terrorism 20 years ago, to give away as many rights as you could to protect yourself against terrorism. Yeah, that's how it comes.
But even with our own businesses in here in the country that have gone overseas and now sell their products here at a cheaper price with cheaper labor from overseas, taking good jobs away from Americans. They said, yesterday we had 500,000 jobs, new jobs. How many of those are people that have gone as a second job, right, to support their family? How many of that is good paying jobs?
Right.
Most of them are working maybe service industry, right? The good jobs used to be working in a factory. You made money. You come home.
Well, you could support a family with one person working at a factory or job. You could buy a house, have a car, have kids. Wife could stay home, and you used to be able to afford
to, not anymore.
No, taking all away.
Both people got to work.
Why? Because what happens is you're a politician. You want to get rich, so you sell out your own country, your own people, and say, yeah, you could bring products in without a tariff. You can move to Mexico, use cheap labor. You'll have no tariffs because we'll say you're a U.S. company.
Yeah, and if you're a small company or company that's working here in the U.S., your product going to be more because now you got competition from overseas that used to be a company that made stuff here in America, but now coming back from overseas.
What's so funny is
compete.
People were against Ross Perot when he was on bitching about NAFTA and how it was the worst thing that could ever happen to this country. Like, what a client! He's just an angry old dude. He's like, you're gonna cut the legs off our country, and nobody would listen. He was exactly right. It's exactly what happens. What murdered Detroit is you cut the legs off. You let out GM, Ford, all the companies go to Mexico, use cheap labor, bring our products back without a tariff because they're still classified as a U.S. company. And free trade, but then you can go use slave labor in other countries and then bring products in here without a tariff. It's so ridiculous that we let that happen.
When I worked for this one company, won't mention the name of the company, but I used to do stuff at dealerships. And I would go, run the stuff that I need to run there. But look at the stuff that, the parts that are coming in, everything, China, Mexico, China, Mexico, China. I'm like, nothing here says the United States practically.
You should go pull a Harley Davidson apart. Go see how many times you see Yokohama.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So even the most American things aren't American anymore.
Right. You shouldn't have to rely on the government for all your own problems. It's kind of ridiculous. There's people can work.
No, it's easy. It's easier just to sit at home, cry about it, and then just wait for socialism to come and send you $1,000 a month.
Yeah,
that's what they want. People love the pandemic. People could stay home. The one guy I talked to, I couldn't believe it. He was collecting. I'm like, so it was like what? He was like $600-700 a month. He's like, no. He's like, because I have kids, I was getting like $1,200 a week. I was like, are you kidding me?
Chris puts up HD equals Harley domestic.
Hardly domestic. Yes. It is. You pull the forks apart. You'll see Yokohama on there. Pull it apart everywhere it goes, man. It's because, but in defense of Harley, the only way you can compete with what's coming in is you have to reduce labor costs somewhere, reduce costs somewhere, so you can sell at the same price, be competitive, but still make a profit. So basically, you force our companies here to use foreign-made products to survive. That's why car companies assemble stuff here and don't make it here anymore because you have to survive. It's crazy. And now you want to talk like a company like Tesla makes a lot of their cars here. How do they do it? Because Tesla is looked at as an offshore company. So they don't pay taxes on the money they make here. They claim it as offshore earnings because they're an entity. Microsoft does the same bullshit. Apple does the same bullshit. They take millions and millions and billions of dollars from the American public. And then at the end, they say, well, we're not an American company, so we don't pay taxes here. These are offshore earnings. And they're allowed to get away with it. That's why Apple has, $20 billion overseas that they don't bring in. So if you take a bunch of money from this country and then don't pay taxes on it, you're cutting the legs, you're cutting from the feet up. The legs that nobody recognizes because they still see your face, but you're cutting the country, you're just chopping the back of it off. You want to close loopholes, it's not tax billionaires more. It's stop that bullshit from happening. There are no more offshore earnings. If you take money from American people, you pay taxes back to America on it. Now you don't get to claim it's an offshore earning. If you're here doing business, taking American money, you contribute back to the system. You get the benefits of this economy, get the benefits of this free market, so you should pay for it. That's simple.
Right.
It's really dumb.
Right. Just like Joe Biden claimed that when he took office, the unemployment rate was horrible, and what the hell you call it? one, not property tax, but the other tax, interest rates or something like that was the highest ever, right? And he brought it down. Well, the interest rates back then was at 1.6. Right now they're sitting at, or not interest rates.
Unemployment rate?
No, not unemployment. There's another word.
Income tax?
Yeah, you know what? I can't remember, but he's saying that it was the highest when he took over, but technically it was at 1.6%. Right now,
the inflation index.
Yes.
Yeah, he said, he's like, oh, we've only moved to 1.75. It's only a small jump. Yeah, but it wasn't that. Our economy was doing great before then, even through a pandemic. Through a pandemic, the economy was doing phenomenal. That's never happened under a Democratic president. It's always a recession during a rough time under a Democratic president. Happened under Obama. As soon as 9/11 happened, the economy went to shit. Didn't do anything to stop it. Let companies go bankrupt. Then they did the bailout, which didn't help at all. Under Carter, same bullshit. Inflation was out of control. Interest rates got to be 15, 16, 70%, 18% on a mortgage, which is absolutely insane.
Well, 9/11 was Bush.
I know it was Bush, but then he got out, and then it was Obama had a chance at that point, and then the whole crash of 2008 came. Let that go, and let it run its course through 2008. And after the bubble burst, that bubble didn't have to burst near as bad as it did. It didn't have to be a 3-year stretch of misery. There could have been measures taken to stop it at that time.
Now, Warsaw is saying that Mexico doesn't have a second amendment like we do. Pretty much, it's
Mexico had a Second Amendment, but what happened is they didn't have any checks and balances to control it. So Mexico is crazy. They have municipal police, they have state police, they have a country police, and then what happens is the cartels have come in and they're all corrupt. So they've corrupted all the police forces. So much is corrupt, but they're in fear. The problem is the cartel has no liability, right? They don't go ahead, jail me. If they say to a judge, jail me, we're going to kill your family. And so again, if you let them into this country, here you can stop crime with the threat of jail. If they don't give a shit and they'll just kill everybody, it doesn't matter. There are no more threats. It's how the cartels have taken over power. The more you let in here, the more take over power. I just watch the guy saying, you know what you don't hear about anymore in California? The gangs, the Crips, the Bloods. They don't hear about them anymore because the cartels took over their territories. The cartels are the ones moving the drugs. The cartels took over those areas, and the gangs couldn't fight it back against them. So that's who controls the drug trade now, the cartels. So they took away the gangs' funding.
Yeah, and yes, Brazil's new president do want to disarm the citizens. After the previous president gave them the right to bear arms, now instead of doing that, now they want to disarm them.
You know what's going to happen too? Is you disarm all of us law-abiding citizens and the criminals have guns, people will welcome the goddamn cartels into our country because they'll be the force that stops crime. Because wherever a cartel is, there's very low crime. Because the only ones who commit crime anywhere a cartel controls is the cartel. And the cartel usually doesn't commit crimes against the citizens or in the area. It's against other criminals. And it's against people they're doing business with. And so, like I said, all over Mexico, the cartels come in, they take a horrible neighborhood, they turn it around, they build schools, they provide programs, they provide support, they bring in food, they do all the things that people need. So people
they win the heart and mind.
Right. So people end up protecting the cartels and it becomes a better situation. You know what? If I knew in my neighborhood there'd be no crimes because I support the cartel, but there's crime all the time, like on the South Side. If you put a cartel down the South Side, the murders will stop. The daily murders will stop. Watch, it would be the easiest way to clean it up very quickly. As sick as it is, the drug trade would go up, but the daily murders would stop because the only people murdering would be cartels.
All right. Well, with that note, guys,
it's 3:00 already.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you again, guys. Thanks for the 100th episode.
Yes.
I cannot believe it's gone by so quick. It's awesome.
So,
thank you guys for all your support this past year. Great job. You guys did an amazing job raising donations.
The dog hair from the one.
I know. It was awesome. So Kane County Sheriff's came in today. They brought their puppy, Lily. She's awesome. She's his bloodhound. She was so
full
excited.
Of energy.
She was so excited to see everybody. It's a puppy. So what's kind of cool is they said they try not to train him too much because they want him to be still a bloodhound. They don't want to break that up. They want to have so the dog feels like the permission to roam and run and chase down scents and leads. But she was strong. God, she was
strong.
She was so strong. It's unbelievable. This puppy.
8 months old.
Yeah, it was unreal.
But beautiful.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you guys again.
Thank you guys.
Let's look forward to another better year. Man, I can't wait to do this again next year with you guys and do even more donations.
Yep, and join us next week on the same channel, same bat time, and blah blah blah. Don't forget to keep your head on a swivel.
Keep your powder dry.
That too. We had
Thank you
muskets.
guys. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week.